This is the numerical which is based on the concepts of fundamental modes of vibrations or fundamental frequencies. The content is the length of a sonometer wire between two fixed ends is 110 centimeters. Where should the two bridges be placed so as to divide the wire into three segments whose fundamental frequencies are in the ratio 1:2:3. That means these are the two ends of the sonometer. Between these two ends, one wire is hanged. The length is 110 centimeter. So we should place the bridges, two bridges, means these two bridges I should place at somewhere such like that the fundamental frequencies should be in the ratio of 1:2:3. That means let us assume tensional force and linear density are constants. Total length L is equal to 110 centimeters. If T and mu are constants, according to the formula, F is equal to 1/2L into square root of T by mu. So frequency is equal to 1/2L into square root of T by mu. We are assuming that T and mu are constants because the same wire was given, same force is applied. So therefore, here in this case, frequency is inversely proportional to length. So according to the given data, frequencies are in the ratio of 1:2:3. So F1 is to, F2 is to, F3 is equal to 1:2:3. If F is proportional to 1/L, therefore F1 is proportional to 1/L1, F2 is proportional to 1/L2 and F3 is also proportional to 1/L3. Therefore, we can write that F1L1 is equal to F2L2 is equal to F3L3 is equal to constant. So, I am comparing this F1 and F2. F1L1 is equal to F2L2. From this, L2 is equal to F1 by F2 into L1. We know that F1 is equal to 1, F2 is equal to 2. Therefore, 1/2 L1 that is equal to L1/2 is equal to L2. And again we are comparing F1 L1 is equal to F3 L3. From this, L3 is equal to F1 by F3 of L1. F1 is equal to 1, F3 is equal to 3 into L1 is equal to L3. Therefore, we can write L3 is equal to L1/3. But the total length of the wire between the two ends is 110 centimeters. So what we can write is, but the total length of the wire is 110 centimeters. That means L1 plus L2 plus L3 is equal to 110 centimeters. We know that L2 is equal to L1/2, L3 is equal to L1/3. Now I am substituting these L2 and L3 values. So substituting L2 comma L3 values in the equation 1. Let us write this is as equation 1. Therefore, L1 plus L2 is equal to L1/2 plus L3 is equal to L1/3 is equal to 110 centimeters. LCM is 6. Therefore, 6L1 plus 3L1 plus 2L1 by 6 is equal to 110. Therefore, 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 2, 11. So 11 L1 is equal to 660 centimeter. L1 is equal to 660 by 11 centimeter, that is equal to 60 centimeter. We got L1 is equal to 60 centimeters. Then what about the L2? L2 is equal to L1 by 2, nothing but 60 by 2, 30 centimeters. And L3 is equal to L1 by 3, that is equal to 60 by 3, 20 centimeters. So if you cross check the answer also, 60 plus 30, 90, 90 plus 20, 110 centimeters. So it is accepting the answer. So such like that, the length should be 60 centimeters, 30 centimeters and 20 centimeters. Whenever if the obstacles or the ends are placed at these distances, it is possible to assume the frequencies are in the ratio 1:2:3. This is the another numerical which is based on the concepts of fundamental frequencies of the vibrations. The content is a wire of length 140 centimeter and mass 0.52 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kg is stretched by means of a load of 16 kg. Calculate the frequency of the fundamental note. So, length of the wire is 140 centimeters. We can write this one as 1.4 meters because we should keep the units of a physical quantity in the same system. So, mass is 0.52 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. Load F is equal to mass into G, therefore it is 16 into 9.8. We should find out the frequency. Frequency formula is 1 by 2L into square root of T by mu, where mu is linear density that is equal to mass per unit length. Therefore, F is equal to 1 by 2 into the length is 1.4 into square root of tensional force 16 into 9.8. Mu is equal to m by L, where m is equal to 0.52 into 10 to the power of minus 3, length is equal to 1.4. And this 1.4 goes up, therefore it is 1 by 2.8 into square root of 16 into 9.8 into 1.4 whole divided by 0.52 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So if you simplified the all values which were under the square root and multiply with 1 by 2.8, we will get 232 Hz. This 232 Hz is the fundamental frequency of the given wire of mass 0.5 to 10 to the power of minus 3 kg and of length 140 centimeter under the force of 16 into 9.8 newtons. The next concept is standing waves in air columns. That means, suppose if an organ pipe was taken, if it is both ends are closed, let us suppose both ends are closed and no air is leaking into it. That means we should beat this organ pipe at any point outside, then it creates the sound wave and these waves will travel through these pipes and get reflected back to the original position at the ends. That means the air which is inside the organ pipe acting as a reflector of the sound wave which is caused by the disturbance. If suppose one end is opened, second end is closed, then we can create the disturbance at free end which converts to sound wave and it will travel to the remaining parts of the body like this and get reflected back with the same frequency, same intensity, same speed and same wavelength. So here all the frequencies are reflected back, and there the incident wave and reflected wave will meet together, creates the resonance pattern. That means this is nothing but the standing wave in air columns. When it is through the solid materials, it is said to be longitudinal standing waves. But in case of strings, only few frequencies are reflected back, and those reflected frequencies are mixed with the incident frequencies. Then only they will create like a standing wave formation perpendicular to the string. So here only few frequencies. This is said to be transverse standing waves. But these two standing waves are created or passing through as air columns. So now we will discuss the equation parts for these two cases separately. So this is the continuation of the previous concept. So we are discussing about the standing waves in air column. Those are two types. One is longitudinal, one is transverse. And this information is about the longitudinal waves. So this title is standing waves in pipe closed at one end. Means there is a pipe closed at one end. An organ pipe consists of a metal tube inside, because metals are the best way to transfer the sound waves in solids. So this is one end which is open. This is another end which is closed. Now if a sound wave is blown into this metal pipe or this organ pipe by varying the intensities, then at this point, let us say this is the point Q, this is the point P. Through P the sound waves are coming. It will travel, at end Q it is reflected back. So here the incident wave and reflected wave, they both are overlapping on each other. That's why here the intensities are going to cancel. This amplitude will become 0. That's why at Q we can expect node point. This is the free end, free to move. There is a possibility for the increase in the amplitude while it is moving towards the open end. Means if a listener want to testify the sound, so he should have some amplitude oriented sound wave propagation, otherwise he won't listen. So at free end P we can assume an amplitude should be more than the incident. That's why at P we can expect an antinode point. If this is the case, what we can understand is we know that the distance between node and antinodes. So displacement y is equal to 2a sin kx cos omega t. At x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, because sin kx will become 0. So where displacement is becoming 0 at position x is equal to 0, that's why it is node point equation. But what about the antinode? Antinode which is on the positive scale as well as the negative scale also. 0, antinode, antinode, like this. So this is +1, let us assume this is -1. So for antinodes, same, y is equal to 2a sin kx cos omega t is equal to 1. So therefore sin kx is equal to 1. So this will happen, sin kx is equal to sin 2n minus 1 into pi by 2. Sine gets cancelled. Therefore, kx is equal to 2n minus 1 into pi by 2. Now we should solve these k values and n values to find the number of modes of vibrations and their corresponding frequencies. So therefore, we got the final equation kx is equal to 2n minus 1 into pi by 2. If the length of the string is x is equal to L, because the displacement of the wave is along the length of the string, so it won't cross the length of the string. That's why we can write, we can substitute x is equal to L. Therefore, KL is equal to 2n minus 1 into pi by 2. We know that k is equal to 2 pi by lambda into L is equal to 2n minus 1 into pi by 2. Therefore, this pi and pi gets cancelled. 2L by lambda is equal to 2n minus 1 by 2. 4L by lambda is equal to 2n minus 1. Therefore, lambda is equal to 4L by 2n minus 1. This is the wavelength. Now, fundamental mode. For fundamental mode, n is equal to 1. We are finding the frequencies of all modes. Fundamental mode, first overtone, second overtone, or fundamental mode, second harmonic, third harmonic, like that. So, n is equal to 1, therefore, lambda will become 4L by 2 into 1 minus 1, that is equal to 4L. If lambda is equal to 4L, what about the frequency? Nu is equal to V by lambda. Therefore, nu is equal to V by lambda is 4L. This V by 4L is the fundamental frequency of an air column which is at closed at one end. Fundamental frequency. Now we will check the frequency for the second mode of vibration. So, frequency of second mode of vibration. We know that lambda is equal to 4L by 2n minus 1. Second mode of vibration means n is equal to 2. Now I am substituting n is equal to 2. Therefore, lambda will become 4L by 2 into 2 minus 1. 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 1 is 3. Therefore, it is 4L by 3. This is the wavelength in the second mode of vibration, 4L by 3. Then what about the frequency? Nu is equal to V by lambda. Therefore, nu is equal to V is V only. Lambda is 4L by 3. Therefore, it is 3 into V by 4L. It is equal to nu. But we can say that V by 4L is the fundamental frequency. Therefore, here nu is equal to 3f1. Nu 1 is f1. Nu 2 is 3f1. That means, what is the meaning of this fundamental mode and second mode of vibration? For the fundamental mode, only one loop will form. This is the open pipe at one end. Only one loop will form. Like this. Or it will be closed at this end. What about the second mode of vibration? Two loops will form. Two loops means there are two modes of vibrations. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. The third one will be open and 2 are closed. So like this we can find out the modes of vibration. Next we will check out for the third mode of vibration also. Next we will see the third mode of vibration. Here the lambda is 4L by 2n minus 1. So third mode of vibration means n is equal to 3. Therefore lambda is equal to 4L by 2 into 3 minus 1. This is equal to 4L by 5. So this is the wavelength in the third mode of vibration of a standing wave. Now we will find out the frequency. So therefore frequency of third mode nu is equal to, or nu 3 is equal to V by lambda. Therefore it is V by, what is lambda? 4L by 5. Is equal to nu 3. Therefore nu 3 is equal to 4L by 5 means it is 5 into V by 4L. We know that this V by 4L is the fundamental frequency. Therefore it is 5F1. That means the second mode of vibration vibrates with 3 times of its fundamental frequency. Third mode of vibration vibrates with 5 times of its fundamental frequency. Therefore, we can write, what about the nth mode? 2n minus 1 f1, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. So like this we can define the fundamental modes of vibrations and second harmonic and third harmonic in case of the one and open pipe. So therefore nth frequency is equal to 2n minus 1 into f1. Therefore we can write 2n minus 1 into V by 4L. This is the equation of the nth frequency. This can be written like this also. Nu n is equal to n into V by 4L. Here n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. But here n is equal to 1, 3, 5 and etc. From these expressions we can say that the frequencies of an air wave in a one and open pipe, that means frequency of the air wave in pipe closed at one end has the ratio of odd frequencies. Therefore f1 is to f2 is to f3 is equal to 1 is to 3 is to 5, because f1 is f1, f2 is 3f1, f3 is 5f1. So here we can get odd harmonics of frequencies. So the next case is standing waves in open pipe. So open pipe means here the pipe is open at both the ends. If air is blown in one direction in a form of wave, the second end it will go to move. But at the second end, if we assumed a reverse directed air, means the air which is aligned in the reverse direction, then these sound waves will reflected back. These open ends where the amplitude should be maximum, that's why we can say that at the open ends antinodes will be created. Middle nodes. It is reflected back with the reverse air. So, this is one wave. This is another wave. So, at the ends, we can assume the maximum amplitude. So, the equation of the displacement y is equal to displacement. So, the first end is P, second end is Q. At Q it is reversed. So, therefore, displacement y is equal to 2a cos kx sin omega t. So, at x is equal to 0 and x is equal to L, these are the 2 points. 0 means the starting points, L is the end points. So, at end points, we are expecting the maximum displacement. Therefore, maximum displacement will occur at endpoints. Therefore, cos kx is equal to plus or minus 1. Therefore, it is cos kx is equal to plus or minus 1 means it is in the function of cos n pi. Cos and cos get cancelled. Kx is equal to n pi. Therefore, k is 2 pi by lambda into x is equal to n pi. Here x is equal to L because at the ends. So, therefore, 2 pi by lambda into L is equal to n pi. Pi and pi gets cancelled. Therefore, lambda is equal to 2L by 1 n, where n is equal to mode of vibration. Now, we will find out the frequencies of first mode, second mode and third mode in case of the open pipe. So, we got lambda is equal to 2L by n, first mode of vibration. We are finding the frequencies of all modes of vibrations. So, first one is first mode of vibration. This is also called fundamental mode. Fundamental mode. Fundamental mode means, so the fundamental frequency it is associated. Therefore, lambda is equal to 2L by n. So, the first mode means n is equal to 1. Therefore, lambda is equal to 2L. If lambda is equal to 2L, frequency nu1 is equal to V by lambda. Therefore, it is V by 2L. This is the fundamental frequency. So, the remaining modes of vibrations are also we can derive with the help of same equation. Next one is the frequency of second mode of vibration. So we know that lambda is equal to 2L by n. Therefore, n is equal to 2 for the second mode of vibration. Therefore, lambda is equal to 2L by 2, nothing but L. 2 gets cancelled. Therefore, frequency of second mode is equal to V by lambda. Therefore, it is V by L. So, we can say that this one as 2 into V by 2L. So, V by 2L is a fundamental frequency, it is 2F1. Therefore, nu2 we got 2F1. In the second mode of vibrations, the frequency of the second mode or the second harmonic is also called second harmonic or first overtone. Same frequency, it has three names: second mode of frequency of the second mode of vibration, frequency of the second harmonic, or frequency of the first overtone. It is 2 times of the first harmonic or fundamental mode of vibration. So next one is third mode of vibration. We know that lambda is equal to 2L by n. For third mode of vibration, n is equal to 3. Therefore, lambda is equal to 2L by 3. If lambda is equal to 2L by 3, frequency of third mode is it is equal to V by lambda. Therefore, it is V by 2L by 3. Therefore, it is 3 into V by 2L. We know that V by 2L is the fundamental frequency. Therefore, it is 3F1. So, nu1 is F1 is equal to V by 2L. Second harmonic frequency F2 is equal to 2 nu, and nu3 is equal to F3 is equal to 3 nu. So the ratios of the frequencies nu1 is to nu2 is to nu3 is equal to, or F1 is to F2 is to F3 is equal to F1 is to F2 is 2F1 is to F3 is 3F1, that is equal to 1 is to 2 is to 3. Here it is even harmonics, means the regular order of frequencies are we are getting, but in case of one end open pipe is odd harmonics we are getting. So the graphs for the different modes of vibrations, the first mode is like this. Like this. Second mode. Here it is creating the 3 loops. If it is creating the 3 loops which are inside, which is closed, that is said to be the third mode. So we can write this one as third mode. Second mode, which contains only 2 loops. So we can extend this one like this. So 2 loops are formed. So second mode. That means number of loops which were increased with the help of this mode of vibrations. So what about the frequency of the nth mode? We know that lambda is equal to 2L by N. So therefore frequency is equal to V by L. Therefore V by 2L by N. Therefore it is N into V by 2L. Therefore nth frequency is equal to N into F1, where N is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. Now we will see the comparison of this open pipe harmonics to the one end pipe harmonics. So if you see the comparison between the frequencies of one end open pipe and both the ends open pipe, the first case is one end open pipe. In this case, frequency we got NV by 4L, only odd integers. This is odd frequency, odd ratios 1:3:5. But in case of both the ends open pipe, here it is nu is equal to NV by 2L, where N is equal to all integers. So if we compare these two equations, if we see the frequency of both the ends open pipe, this is 2 times of the frequency of one end open pipe. So frequency of air column in both the end open pipe is equal to 2 times of the frequency of one end open pipe. That means here it has, if the length is L, it has only L by 2. So the number of nodes and antinodes which are formed in the length of L, it will be created here by only L by 2. But the speed of sound in air is directly proportional to the square root of T, where T is absolute temperature. So in case of both the open pipe or closed pipes, the speed of sound in air is dependent on the absolute temperature. This is the only one common point where these two cases agreed, and at the frequencies it doesn't agree, and there is a ratio like this. So this is the numerical which is based on the concept of fundamental modes of vibrations in open pipes and closed pipes. So the content is, what will be the fundamental frequencies of first 3 overtones for a 26 centimeter long organ pipe at 20 degrees Celsius if it is open and closed, given that speed of sound in air is 331 meters per second at 0 degrees Celsius. So speed of sound in air is 331 meters per second. This is at 0 degrees Celsius. At 20 degrees Celsius, first we should find out the speed of sound in air at 20 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the formula is V20 is equal to V naught into 0.60 into temperature. So V naught is 331 plus 0.60, temperature difference is 20 because T1 is 0 degrees, T2 is 20 degrees. Therefore, it is 331 plus 12, 343 meters per second. This is velocity at 20 degrees Celsius. So, if this is the case, what we can understand is we should find out the frequencies, fundamental frequencies as well as overtones. Length of the pipe is 26 centimeters. That means 0.26 meter. So, fundamental frequency at open end So, in open case, F1 is equal to V by 2L. V is 343, L is 0.26. So, therefore, it is 343 by 0.52. So, it is approximately 343 into 100 by 52. So, approximately we will get 34300 by 52. So, therefore, 343 means or 34,300 by 52. We will get approximately 660 Hertz. This is the fundamental frequency at open end. So, what about the first three overtones? So, fundamental frequency at open end we got 660 Hz. First overtone, two F1, that is equal to 2 into 660, nothing but 1320 Hz. Second overtone, 3 F1, nothing but 3 into 660, 1980 Hz. Third overtone, 4 F1, nothing but 4 into 660, 2640 Hz. So, like this we can define the frequencies of all modes of vibrations of this object in open case. Now, we will check out for the closed case also. So, the second case is we should find out the fundamental frequencies and their first three overtones in closed case. So, in closed pipe, frequency nu is equal to V by 4L, where V is equal to 343 by 4 into L is equal to 0.26. So, it is 343 by 104 by 100. Therefore, it is 343 into 100 by 104, 34,300 by 104. So, approximately we will get 330 Hz. So, the fundamental frequency is 330 Hz in closed pipe case. And what about the first overtone? The first overtone is 3 F1, nothing but 3 into 330 Hz, that is equal to 990 Hz. Second overtone, nothing but 5f1. Therefore it is 5 into 330 Hz, nothing but 1650 Hz. Third overtone. F1. Therefore it is 7 into 330 Hz. Therefore it is 2310 Hz. So like this we can define the all types of modes of frequencies in closed pipe also. The next concept is beats. There are two sound waves which have slightly difference in the frequencies if they are traveling along the same direction. At one point they will use to overlap on each other or interfere on each other, which creates the constructive interference, and after some time destructive interference also. That means two waves. This is one wave. Second one is also slightly variation in the frequencies. These two are moving in the same direction. Once they are moving in the same direction, they used to superimpose on each other, means these two waves will superposition on each other. When these two waves of slight difference in the frequency moving along the same direction, superpositioned on each other, at one point they will interfere with each other, there the intensity is maximum. At one point maximum intensity, at another point minimum intensity. So along the same direction of the propagation, there is a periodic variations in the intensity of the sounds. This change in the intensities or periodic change in the intensities is due to the interference. It is constructive interference for minimum intensity, destructive interference. Such like that, there is a possibility for the alternative change or periodic change in the intensities of the sound which were traveling along the same direction. This phenomena leads to form the beats. So how a beat can be defined?